What's up, squad? Back in another video. I'm Recklezz.
Okay.
Got Charlie Kirk destroys race-baiting student with facts and logic. You feel me? Remember Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah, he's what Candace almost right.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Feel me? You already know. Hit that like button, subscribe. Other Charlie Kirk videos y'all want to check out, make sure y'all comment down below. Let's get in the video.
Hi y'all. So before I ask my question, I want to clarify a point that y'all mentioned earlier. You said you don't believe in white privilege, correct?
Yeah, it's a myth.
Video real quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. So according to the Bureau of Prison Statistics from last month, 38.3% of our current inmate population is black. But according to the 2020 census data, only 12.2% of our national population is black. So if you don't believe in white privilege, how do you explain this disparity?
So why are they in jail?
It has been this way for years, since the 90s.
You know,
since before
why do people go to jail?
Why are black people in jail at higher rates than white people?
That's the question.
See, you can't answer a question.
I would say she.
What a question.
Yeah, she moves
Answer the
around.
question.
Right? Maybe because they
Yes.
commit more crimes than white people.
But that's not true. It actually is.
They do. So every independent analysis shows that blacks have committed a disproportionate amount of crime. No one wants to say it out loud, but it's true. In fact, in New York, 52% of murders are committed by blacks, 40+% of arson, 60+% of drug deals. And so the question you should really be asking is what drives them to commit crimes? That's the question, right? The real question is, and maybe I can ask you, what percentage of blacks are raised with two parents in the home?
So actually, according to the Uniform Crime Report for 2019, black or African American individuals committed only about 1 million crimes, while white people committed about 4 million
Yeah,
crimes.
so
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's
hold on.
proportion.
Yeah, how about the proportion?
There's a lot more white people than black people in the United
It's
States.
a 60% white country and a 14% black country. So you just proved my point. You literally
Damn. So she went in, I feel like she went in there with an agenda.
I was about to say she had her phone out. She
Yeah.
was ready.
basically that's a disproportionate amount of crime. It is.
But listen, I want to say, look, you are coming up here and you're asking a question, and that's not easy to do, first and foremost, no matter what. And I really appreciate your question in front of all these people. It's hard. So thank you for asking your question. But let me point out what you just did, and you didn't know that you did it. You switched from proportion to raw numbers. And you did that to make a point that you thought you were making, but you weren't. But look, your issue was that black Americans only make up 13% of the population, and yet they make up, I think you said, like 38% of the prison population. And then you switched to raw numbers because, so black people only make up 13% of the population, but they commit 40% of all homicides and 60% of all violent crime. Unfortunately, I don't think that's anything inherent in black Americans. That's not what I'm saying. That's just the fact. And what Charlie is saying is, look, we've got to look at why that is. So you're claiming that that disparity is inherent proof of discrimination. So would you also say the fact that there are fewer Asians in jail means that than white people, that there is discrimination against white people? No? Disparity isn't proof of discrimination is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So let me just throw, and Allie's exactly right. What percentage of blacks grow up with two parents in the home?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
less
have
than
a whole lot.
20%. That's why there's so many blacks committing crimes and they're in jail. It's that simple. The death of the black family is why blacks are in jail higher than their population percentage. It's that simple.
May I see your criminology degree? Do you have one?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wait.
we've gotta. Are you a
We gotta argue
biologist?
from an
Ketanji
expert
Brown
thing.
Jackson.
So, no, let me ask you a question. So do I need a criminology degree to be able to understand that 75% of blacks don't grow up with two parents?
To be well versed in it, I believe so.
Do you
Okay.
have- do
See,
you have
I
one?
feel like, but at the same time, like, just how she trying to give statistics, they are too. And I feel like
Yeah.
she getting mad at the fact that theirs is, you know what I'm
I was
saying,
about to say
over
they're
top of
making
hers.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, but I'm studying it
Okay,
right
but
now.
you
Oh, she studied it.
But you did the same thing. You looked at a statistic, and he did the same thing. You
Look,
don't have a criminology
Have you
degree,
even
and
taken a
neither does
criminology
he.
course? Have y'all
Hold on
taken
a second. You're doing an argument from authority, okay?
It's a fallacy.
So the laws of physics don't change whether or not you're a physicist, okay? The law of thermodynamics doesn't change whether or not you take a course on it. Answer the question. Why do blacks have a broken family versus a nuclear family, and does that translate to higher rates of crime? Do you admit that?
Why is it that blacks don't have parents that are black?
Good question. We subsidize single motherhood in this country through the federal government of the United States. Great question. Now we're getting somewhere.
And I appreciate Charlie Kirk because the fact that at this moment, regardless how anybody is looking at it, he teaching her
I would say, yeah.
what she needed to ask to put stuff in her head. Yeah.
Because now she won't be going around just, I don't know.
Back in the 1960s, we put forward a program where black women married the government and broke up with the men they were with. Welfare state, Lyndon Baines Johnson, and that has contributed to blacks committing more crimes.
I believe institutionalized racism is your answer, but I don't believe I'm getting anywhere with y'all.
But no, just let me point something out. Did you know that it's not white Americans that have the lowest incarceration rate or the lowest rates of crime or the highest graduation rates or the highest median income? It's not white Americans. It's Asian Americans. They have the highest median income. They have the highest graduation rates. They have the most degrees. They have the lowest incarceration rates. And guess what? They also have the lowest single parenthood rates. Okay? So that is true across the board. It's not just black Americans. And unless you're willing to say that the reason why Asian Americans make more than white Americans or the reason why Asian Americans go to jail less than white Americans is because there is systemic institutional racism against white people in this country, then your argument against black people doesn't really work.
So let me ask you one thing. You said institutional racism. I got a black friend right up here. He's great. He's great. So let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. What can I do that he can't do?
What do you mean?
And that right there, the face.
She said, what do you mean?
Let me think
If
about it.
institutional racism was real, what can I do that he can't do?
Well, you're less likely to get arrested.
I'm sorry. No,
That's
if we
less-
both commit a crime, he's going to get arrested and I'm not?
You could.
Wait, so we just went through this. Blacks commit a disproportionate amount of crime in this country because of broken families. So give me one law on the books.
Not because
You
of
said it's
broken
institutional. Give me a law anywhere that discriminates against blacks. Give me one law anywhere in America.
You want current or past?
How about right now?
Well, the fact that crack cocaine is criminalized more than regular cocaine.
No. If I deal crack cocaine, I'm getting arrested regardless of skin color. Give me a law.
White cocaine, you're
Give
less
me a
likely
law
to get a harsher
anywhere
sentence.
that allows white people to commit crimes and get away with it, and blacks can't.
Coke
Does
is
that law
Coke.
exist?
You
I'm
getting
going to
arrested.
say,
Not
regardless.
anymore. But
Because
that
there's
doesn't
no
mean it's not
institutional racism in America.
I ain't gonna say no names, but I used to have a buddy that I don't even know if he's fighting the case right now or not, but he white and he going through something right now with a black person. You know what I'm saying? The same, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Because there's no institutional racism in America. The idea of institutional racism is laws on the books.
Just because it's not down on paper doesn't mean it's not real.
Okay, give us an example. Not
God.
just a disparity. Not just a
God?
disparity.
God isn't, you don't see God.
He's on paper. Read the Bible.
I didn't mean it like that.
She just needs to sit down.
Yeah, she's
I'm getting
probably-
nowhere with y'all, and y'all are not answering my question, so I'm going to end this Q&A right here. Thank you for your time.
We actually did answer her questions, but I do appreciate, even though she's got an attitude,
Right.
I do appreciate her courage. I do. That is difficult. That's difficult
Yeah,
to
I mean,
come up
it's
here and ask
difficult,
a
but
question,
see,
but you can also do it respectfully.
But what bothered me about her, I'm glad she was there. She wasn't being honest. At least be honest, okay? And be willing to be corrected. Well, that was a fun fireworks show to end our time together, right?
That was good though. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that.
That definitely was good. I feel like she just needs to do a little bit more research, especially a lot of people doing the little Q&As. They need to, ask the right questions and actually.
Look up the right things.
It's more of asking that question to yourself and to others. You know what I'm saying? To get that follow up. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and watching this reaction. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button. Catch y'all next one.